We are from Planet Over Profit Association. With growing concerns about climate change, species extinction, and pollution, it is safe to say that the Planet Over Profit movement has made significant progress in just recent months and is continuing to accelerate. So, what is Planet Over Profit all about? It is an advocacy campaign that advocates the right usage of the natural resources, protection and preservation of open spaces for habitats, replenishes our drinking water supply, and removes air pollutants while restoring wildlife populations. With all our campaigns and programs, assurance for the rebirth of the earth will truly happen.
Our campaign objective is to conserve and promote intensive animals and plants, for us to use fundamental principles of livelihood to conserve natural resources and utility, also to reduce water, air, and land pollution, to facilitate the conservation of natural resources for us future generation, ensuring also the protection of biodiversity, and to implement sustainable development.
In our research, we found out that the tourism industry is responsible for 8% of greenhouse gas emission worldwide, contributing significantly to climate change and the acidification of the ocean. The five direct drivers of the decline in nature are in order of importance of our campaign: changes in land and sea ice, direct exploitation of organisms, climate change, pollution, deforestation, and many more. We also found out that the sustainability and environmental challenges are unique and developing economies with their voices. Innovation of the communities can provide global solution to our planet.
Pursuing this further, I would like to ask all of you to kindly cooperate and listen carefully as we discuss our report, so that all of your attention will be focused on us while our campaign programs and proposals are being discussed. Thank you. Moving trees, make them stay. Our first program would be the MTMTS project. The MTMTS project partners ensure that your donation sustainably plants trees for a greener future for everyone. This program is responsible for reforestation programs that can stabilize land from erosion or natural disasters, improve soil health and groundwater recharge, promote native and endemic fauna, and provide economic development for nearby communities. Through this program, the deforestation can be also solved. Deforestation, as the world seeks to slow the pace of climate change, preserve wildlife, and support billions of people, trees inevitably hold a major part of the answer. Yet the mass destruction of trees or deforestation continues, sacrificing the long-term benefits of standing trees for short-term gain. Our program MTMTS allows us for the acceleration of the development of forest structure, species composition, and canopy that provides many benefits including wildlife habitat. Also through this, one major problem of the earth can be solved, which is the deforestation.
Recycle this waste. When it comes to individual action for the common good, one of the best ways that people can make an impact on our planet is by cleaning up our public spaces. Through this global effort, cleanups reduce waste and plastic pollution, improve habitats, prevent harm to wildlife and humans, and even lead to larger environmental action. Recycling is the process of collecting and processing substances that are thrown away as garbage and processing them into new products. In short, recycling avoids pollution, reduces the need to extract new raw materials, saves energy, reduces greenhouse gas emissions, saves money. It's important to get the most out of it. Global waste problem. Humans generate a remarkable amount of garbage, over 2 billion tons per year, according to the World Bank, or approximately 4.5 trillion pounds annually. And that figure is going to grow. Global garbage is expected to reach 3.4 billion tons by 2050. The world waste trade is an international trade of waste between countries for further disposal. Disposal or recycling. Toxic or hazardous waste is often imported from developed countries by developing countries. This waste management problem is especially serious in countries where urban areas are growing rapidly.
Go vegetarian. Being vegetarian helps reduce the pollution of our streams, rivers, and oceans. Pollution from livestock production largely comes from animal waste, which can run up into our waterways and harm our aquatic ecosystem, destroy topsoil, and contaminate the air, which all have harmful on wild animals and humans. What are the health benefits of vegetarian? There are many benefits to a vegetarian diet when it's followed correctly. If you're avoiding meat but only eating processed breads and pastas, excess sugar, and very little vegetable and fruits, you're likely to reap many of the benefits of this diet. Consuming planet resources. The population is set to rise around 9.7 billion by 2050, and we are consuming the planet's natural resources faster than the Earth can replenish them. Without change, by 2050, we'll need the equivalent of three planets' resources to meet our current needs. How does vegetarian consume natural resources? Climate change. Our planet is heating up by replacing meat with vegetarian sources of protein, nuts, seeds, beans, and lentils, for example. We can reduce carbon and other greenhouse gas emissions. The whole food production process of farm to plate totals 26% of all global greenhouse gas emissions. Save emissions. By eating vegetarian food for a year, you could save the same amount of emissions as a family taking a small car off the road for 6 months. You might not be able to stop using your car in day-to-day life, but you can choose to eat veggie food. Land and water. More agricultural land is used to raise cattle than all other domesticated animals and crops combined. A vegetarian diet requires 2.5 times less than the amount of land. Compared to a meat-based diet, livestock in the UK eat more than half of 20 million tons of cereals consumed. That's over 50% of wheat and 60% of barley.
Water our life, water our life. Through our research and advocacy, we're helping cities and water utilities adopt smart water conservation solutions that will stabilize water supplies today and in the future. We're encouraging our states, cities, and water providers to adopt the goal of reducing per capita water use by 10% by 2022. Why is water important? Water, by its simplest definition, is life. Directly or indirectly, water affects all five phases of life water to survive. Without it, there would be no vegetation on land, no oxygen for animals to breathe, and the planet would look entirely different than it does today. Water is necessary to keep people's bodies and the environment healthy and should be valued and protected as the precious resource it is. Water helps in regulating our body temperature. Water is essential for plants to grow. Aquatic plants and animals use the nutrients and oxygen dissolved in water for their survival. Covering almost 71% of Earth's surface, water is undoubtedly the most precious natural resource that exists on our planet. Without the seemingly invaluable compound comprising hydrogen and oxygen, life on Earth would be non-existent. Conserving water. Water conservation measures are every bit as reliable as new diversion structures, dams, and pipelines, and most often faster and cheaper to implement than these large structural projects. Conserving water reduces the demands to create and maintain water treatment and delivery systems such as sewage plants and individual septic systems. The more water that is consumed, the more this equipment wears down and needs replacement. Additionally, overconsumption of water can overrun local treatment plants, resulting in some water being forced through before being fully treated, possibly creating health hazards. Similarly, an overburdened septic system can result in to the surrounding soil.
Be a plantito or plantita. Taking care of plants is good for you. It's therapeutic. It improves air quality and it makes our home smell good and look pretty. Growing our own fruits and vegetables can even help us become more self sufficient. Plants provide us with food, fiber, shelter, medicine, and fuel. The basic food for all organisms is produced by green plants. In the process of food production, oxygen is released. This oxygen, which we obtain from the air we breathe, is essential to life. I truly recommend everyone to be a plantito or plantita. One of the stress relievers, and later became a hobby of our countrymen is planting. They say you are certified plantita or plantito if you love gardening nowadays. This has been a great pastime in this pandemic and has many benefits for us. Here are 5 reasons why it is good to be certified plantita or plantito. First, improves mental health. It can calm and provide peaceful thinking. It is also an effective stress reliever. Second, strengthens and improves the immune system. The good thing about gardening is that we have a strong immune system that we need, especially now that there is a pandemic. Third, provides the ability to be productive. Such gardening increases our desire to come up with something in line with our creativity, so it will push us to be productive even just at home. Fourth, able to repair the relationship. Because you take care of something important, it will be easier for you to take care of other living things or creatures. It also helps people who just prefer to be always at home. Fifth, it helps to learn. Phytonutrients can help our mind. In addition to learning, we will have more desire to finish a task and focus on things that still need to be finished and done. Pollution. Planting plants or trees is a simple thing everyone can do to reduce carbon dioxide, a principal greenhouse gas that contributes to climate change. No matter where you live, you can plant trees and take a proactive, positive step forward, keeping our planet healthy. Pollution is the introduction of harmful materials in the environment. These harmful materials are called pollutants. Pollutants can be created by human activity such as trash or runoff produced by factories. Pollutants damage the quality of air, water, and land.
Concluding our programs and proposals, preserving our Mother Nature is really not a hard task. If only we unite as one and take planet over profit as oaths in our heart. Someone would say, advocacy for nature, how cliche. But let me remind you of how much time left we can stay on this planet. Humans destroy ecosystems, our lifestyle creates pollution, and we overuse our natural resources. Today, we are using the resources of one and one half planet Earth, even though we only have one. We build roads, hunt animals, cut down trees, and just litter the planet like crazy. Nevertheless, I hope you guys help and support our campaign and programs for the rebirth of the Earth. Thank you.